Hi, welcome to my discussion post about nerves. My name is Adriana Bennett, and a lot of these questions were very good. There's some things that I have dealt with personally, and we will just go on and get started. I am very nervous about this class, mostly just the first week because I'm not quite out on Christmas break yet, and I do not get out until the 20th, so I am having to work a little harder and put in some extra overtime at least this week to make sure I get all of my work done on time. I do not want to miss another deadline. That was kind of embarrassing and not a very good start to this course. And do I feel like public speaking is important in today's world? I do. I feel like public speaking is a very important, especially in my line of work. I'm a 4-year-old teacher, a Head Start teacher, and I talk to a lot of people all day. I talk all day. I like to joke and say that I'm long-winded because I am. And I talk to people from management, peer, teachers, parents, people in the community. I'm very active with talking, and that is very important. It's important to know how to engage an audience. If I don't engage my audience who are 4-year-olds tend to run around the room if I'm not engaging enough. So I have to make sure I keep their attention at all times, or when I'm talking to management people, make sure I'm not wasting their time. And whatever I am trying to say is cut and dry and to the point. Same thing with the teachers. If I'm helping them with something, to make sure it's understandable. I always say if I can explain it to 4-year-olds, then I can probably explain it to anybody. I like to sound as clear and as concise and articulate as I possibly can. And sometimes I'm really bad about tripping over my words. For an example, whenever we were in the cafeteria with the children, I tell them to get inside our train, which is technically a line, to get inside the line, but to make it cute, we say get inside the train. And we're in the middle of cleaning up the cafeteria. Sometimes I tell them to get in the trash instead of getting the train sometimes, when I've just told one person to put their food in the trash and tell another child to get in the train, and then I've told probably 12 people to get in the trash. So that's always funny. The teachers always laugh at me, but it's always, I'm like, oh my gosh, why do you do these things? And so that's just my funny story of how this class will just help me a lot. And then the next question was, how can nerves impact your physical delivery? Probably just like how I said, when you trip over your words and tell little children to get inside the trash, which you should not do. Nerves impacting your physical and verbal delivery. I feel like your voice can get shaky, especially if you're really nervous and you're having a hard time. Your speech will be less effective and it won't reach whoever you need it to be, and it won't be as engaging. You can just look physically unwell. Your voice may become shaky, and your overall delivery won't be what you want it to be. And I have been nervous before about speaking. There was a time we were in a meeting, and it was not good. And one of the managers asked in a very condescending tone that no one has anything to say. And that was a moment where I had to speak. I had to speak up for the teachers and speak up for what happened, because it wasn't right to be accused in a way that didn't even involve us. And so that was very nerve-wracking, but I had to. I made sure it was a calm voice, because I did not want to come off rude, or I was trying to be rude or derogatory to them, and I was just calm, and I kind of let them know what was up, and after that, it left. So I guess whatever I said politely, respectively, shut them up, and they left the meeting. And that was that. And then another thing, which I probably could have did to combat my nerves, was to take a deep breath, which I did. Take a few deep breaths, and I did not know that was going to happen. But you can always drink some water. That always helps me calm down. And take some deep breaths and do some stretches. Stretch your fingers, crack your knuckles, whatever helps. But yes. So those are things, and this is the end of my discussion post. I hope it finds you guys well. I hope it was good, and thank you for your time.